When I think of Alan, a few words come to mind. I think of selflessness. He goes to places where most other groups and people would not go, the hard-to-reach places. He is fearless in that regard.
Alan Rainey never planned to head a nonprofit. He never dreamed he'd bring this kind of light to some of the most remote places on Earth. His plan was to be a mission pastor.
And my wife keeps telling me, solar power is going to be a part of your mission.
A trip to Honduras in 2000 set Alan on a course that would lead to that mission. He was called on because of his knowledge in solar energy. Alan was an early adopter of the technology, having taught himself to install solar panels in the 90s. The trip took Alan to a medical clinic where he repaired a broken system. And before he even left the country, the Honduran government was already asking him back to do more solar work.
That was the beginning of my solar power mission.
Alan founded SonLight Power in 2002. In 15 years, his nonprofit has done more than 180 solar installations in 17 countries.
There's some 1.3 or 4 billion people in the world that have no access to sustainable electricity. What that really means is, they don't have lights in their homes or in their schools. Vaccines and medicines are unable to be stored in some refrigerated setting. Pumping water, basic water where water is scarce, is difficult. So those basic challenges are even more evident where there's no power.
These villages are way off grid, and so they're excited to see us.
This father came in from the fields, kind of a curiosity seeker to see what was happening. And when he saw the light go on in the school for the very first time, the light bulb really literally went on in his head, and he went over to Alan and said, "Hey, you have just taken the machete out of my daughter's hands," which really means hope, that there was something beyond the village worth striving for. Because what we do is more than just solar power.
This one right here is the switch from the batteries to the inverter.
We train the local communities and partners on how to install and maintain solar power. But also, the message we're delivering is, hey, there are people out there that care about you, and that in turn takes what could be a hopeless situation into one of hope, faith, and love.
The impact of that message came to light one night at a village clinic in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. The clinic served some 50,000 refugees, operating with no electricity. The team began their installation.
A young lady comes in, she's pregnant, about to give birth. But it's at night, so had the lights not been on at this critical point in her labor, she would have probably given birth either in darkness or under candlelight. It was so impactful for her, she named her baby SonLight for the team and the group that was there to help install that system.
I'm part of SonLight Power because of the spiritual aspect. Certainly God has to be on every mission trip. I'm just a peon.
No one knows off-grid solar like Alan Rainey. He's able to work with uncertain environments. Heck, where we go, there are some calculated risks involved, but he rolls with that. He's courageous in going out and making sure that he's fulfilling the mission that SonLight Power promises.
Yeah, I don't think I'm very talented. I am experienced now, so I know some stuff that you can do wrong. But it's God and the people that have surrounded SonLight Power and helped us, this allow us to continue to do this. So I'm excited to continue to do it.